I could build a spaceship.
Hello and welcome to Space Dock Jury Minisode number 11, I think. This week we're doing what?
Ready Rooms!
No. Look, I'll tell you what. We'll do Ready Rooms. We'll take a vote on it. We'll take a vote
awesome.
on it. Yeah, okay. If it goes my way, you're never doing Ready Rooms again. Never mention it and never darken the doors. But if it goes your way, then you can talk Ready Rooms. But I'm fairly confident on this one. So, who votes that we don't do Ready Rooms? Well, there's one for me. And Andy?
Yes, you might find actually that Andy isn't present this evening because he's been accidentally chloroformed and stuck in a Jeffries tube. I don't know how that happened. So my vote is to cover Ready Rooms.
Fuck. Yes! No! No!
Make it so.
Oh, God. Ready Rooms.
Yes, let's do this.
Oh. In lieu of anything else, and in lieu of the fact that I haven't got... Well, Andy's not here, and obviously he's hiding in a Jeffries tube, and oh, God, is this repayment for the Button Moon? I'm so sorry for the Button Moon ship. I really am.
Vengeance will be mine.
Oh, God. Okay, well, literally dozens of people have been asking for Ready Rooms. Actually, I'm lying. That's probably up by a multiple of 6. Go on in. There you go.
Woo-hoo.
Ready Rooms. Over to you.
Well, as Andy would no doubt be telling us if he wasn't currently choking on a ball gag, in real life, Ready Rooms are places on aircraft carriers where pilots wait for the call to go into action. And the same is true in Battlestar Galactica. But Ready Rooms in Trek are a rather different beastie. An office for the captain to work in whilst being close by the bridge if needed. It's also a place for a more confidential conversation to take place, rather than in front of the entire bridge, including Ensign fricking Crusher into the bargain. Chronologically speaking, in terms of the in-series history, the first Ready Room we get to see is aboard the Enterprise NX-01. It's a tiny cubbyhole in which Archer and visiting officers regularly bump their heads. It's decorated with just a few pictures of previous vessels named Enterprise. There's a chair, there's a desk, there's a persistent mystery squeaking noise, and that's it.
Can I just pause you right here? Because are we really going to go through every generation of Star Trek with Ready Rooms? Just so I know.
This is where it gets interesting, you see, because, of course, we have then an entire generation without Ready Rooms. Because there's nothing in the original series, nothing in the Kirk and Co. movies, nothing at all about it. It's all a bit of a mystery until you realise, of course, that Enterprise is a pile of poo and should never have existed in the first place. So it cocks up the entire continuity of Trek, including the continuity of Ready Rooms. And that's why it's an abomination unto the Lord. So the actual first Ready Room, of course, as we all know, appeared in the NCC 1701D Galaxy-class Enterprise as captained by Jean-Luc Picard. And he gets a lovely, decent-sized room, plushly carpeted, of course.
Yeah.
Good-sized window for staring broodly out of and looking moody when the Borg appear. The view outside looking in shots, unfortunately, never quite match the position of the room on the model.
No.
The window would need to be slightly less horizontal for it to be right. But never mind, we'll give him a pass for that. The Enterprise Ready Room also features the now famous fish tank containing Livingston, the lionfish, which Patrick Stewart was never comfortable with. He didn't like the idea of an animal being restricted in its environment in such a fashion. The poor fish appears to have perished when the saucer section crashed in Generations, as the tank is shown blackened and empty. Possibly Spot ate him for all we know. I think...
Are we gonna have like a 2-minute silence for Leonard the lionfish?
It's funny you should say that, but I think a minute's silence for Livingston the lionfish is called for at this moment. The passing of a stalwart Ready Room denizen.
have 1 minute silence for fucking lionfish.
I think we should. It'd also been removed in the two-parter Chain of Command. Remember that one? The one with the Cardassians?
Yeah, Commander Jellicoe.
There are 5 lights, that business. Because, of course, Jellicoe ends up as the ship's captain.
Yeah.
And he takes over the Ready Room, gets rid of the fish, sticks his kiddies' drawings up.
Yeah.
Quite where the fish went, we don't know, but as soon as Picard's back again, so's the fish.
Wow.
Bizarre.
Who knew this? There would be so much to talk about with Ready Rooms. Can I just ask, can I just interrupt you in a desperate bid to... Okay. Just one thing.
Yeah.
Isn't the way that the Ready Rooms are portrayed in Next Generation, isn't that exactly the same as that big banquet room that you see in Undiscovered Country?
No. The banquet... the Undiscovered Country banquet room is a big bizarreness, isn't it? Where they all sit down for that big meal. Because it's not the observation room, but it's certainly not the Ready Room. It's far too big to be that. So it's some sort of an officer's mess type affair, I think.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
But then there's the whole thing about them cooking real food and stuff that's just completely shit. But don't get me started on that. The problems with Undiscovered Country I could spend some time on. But
we're not doing kitchens, are we?
Not yet. That'll be next, I expect. The history of replicators and food diplomats or something.
Oh, there you go. That's another 10 minisodes we got to avoid.
So where do we get to? Yes, some interesting features designed to be included in the Galaxy-class Ready Room, but that we never got to see. There was a toilet corridor leading off the room, which would have been quite handy, wouldn't it? We never got to see a single toilet in Next Generation. Picard uses the doorway to the toilet once in Neutral Zone, but we don't see him go to the bog, obviously. And normally the space taken up by that doorway is actually the location of a replicator, so quite where that goes when the door to the loo opens. Bit of a mystery. Maybe Ready Rooms are a thing of mystery.
Maybe he poos into the replicator. Maybe that's where all the... Come on, that's...
Theo Grey Horse. That's a bit green.
Yeah. I'll give it a few minutes, are you? No, that would explain everything. That's where the raw materials come from.
Ew.
It's got to be.
Councillor Troy's chocolate ice cream tastes a bit pungent. Ew.
Prune juice. Now, that is a warrior's drink.
Yeah, don't let Picard on the prune juice. He really will be in trouble.
He'll be doing another trombone solo for Leonard the Lionfish, or Leopold, or whatever he's called.
Livingston. Get it right, man.
Oh, for God's sakes.
If I teach you nothing else, I'll teach you the goddamn name of the fish. The couch in the Ready Room was also designed to be a fold-out bed, sort of futon, rather bizarrely. And apparently you can see it in certain episodes slightly unfolded. I've not noticed this, so I'm going to have to go back and watch Next Generation again, track its position episode by episode, but there we are.
Oh, my God, please don't.
I'm not sure Anne-Marie's going to agree to that one. Considering he recently finished a rewatch and had, scraped our way through season 7. Oh, boy. Yeah. Anyway. There also, of course, on the Enterprise, because, of course, you can have the whole saucer set thing, there is a second Ready Room on the battle bridge, on the engineering section. But unfortunately, we only ever saw this in Encounter at Farpoint, since the ship only separated in 3 stories over the course of the series run, which is a real annoyance for us connoisseurs of Ready Rooms.
And or one of you.
Yeah. Now we're going to get to your favourite, Lee, all right? You're ready for this.
Okay,
the Ready Room of the Enterprise E Sovereign class.
Oh, nice.
I know you've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Still plenty of carpets, but a darker lighting scheme this time, matching the mood of the films. We have another fine window looking out into space, and, indeed, another fish tank, although that never made it on screen, unfortunately.
No.
This time there's a corridor that leads from the bridge to the Ready Room, so it's not quite so on tap as the previous Ready Room. And mysteriously and impractically, that corridor was lengthened for Nemesis, apparently, presumably to give more walking whilst talking space, another failing of that woeful film. Then moving on to Federation ships that aren't called Enterprise.
Yeah.
Bizarrely, the Defiant didn't get its Ready Room, or at least we don't see it, until season 6. When it was revealed to be an unsurprisingly small room in the tough little ship with some odd metallic piece of art adorning the wall. It's far less brightly coloured than its Enterprise counterparts, far simpler. Plus, It looks bloody grim. It's not your plush, lean back and relax sort of thing. It's more of a deck chair, really. Interestingly, and you'll like this one, Lee, the set itself started life as Admiral Ross's office on Starbase 375. Had you noticed that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Something to watch out for next time you're watching.
Deep Space Nine. Nice.
The Intrepid-class Voyager was equipped with a ready room with ample supplies of coffee for its captain. It's quite a spacious affair, a long table, massive windows that do at least match the model this time. So you can actually see where the ready room is, and it'll be getting points for that when we eventually rate the Voyager. Interestingly, the windows were reused from the old 10 Forward set in Next Generation. Continuing the recycling theme, beneath its windows is a long couch that first saw action in Councillor Troy's office. You're at a couch watch now.
Action in Councillor Troy's office on the couch. Euphemism.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Sorry, I woke up again.
And fascinatingly, the borrowing of sets goes both ways, as Troy's office in Insurrection is actually a redress of Voyager's Ready Room. Right. So worth watching Insurrection again, just for that.
No, absolutely not.
Even more intriguingly, Admiral Ross's Ready Room on the Belanthalon, which is another Intrepid featured in Deep Space Nine, was actually the Voyager's conference room. So clearly admirals get bigger Ready Rooms. Who knew? Well, now you do.
Well, yeah. Wow.
See, I'm being educational here. Now, one of my personal favourite ships, the Nebula class, are also equipped with ready rooms, and we get to see Captain Benjamin Maxwell's aboard as Phoenix in the fourth season Next Generation episode, The Wounded. You remember that one? It's the one that introduces the Cardassians.
Oh,
He's
yes.
a bit of a nutter.
Yes, I remember.
O'Brien's served with him. Yeah,
yes.
That's the one. Well, his ready room is in a very spacious area, equipped with the biggest executive power desk seen in a ready room in the series' history. I suspect Maxwell was compensating for something, if you know what I mean. It also had a massive screen on the wall showing Starfleet and Cardassian fleet positions. And interestingly, the Phoenix has the distinction of being the only Starfleet ship where we see the ready room, but not the bridge, just highlighting the importance of these vital features of starships, you see.
Wow, who knew?
We also see the ready rooms of Andorian, Xindi, Cardassian and Klingon ships, with good old General Martok holding court in one aboard the IKS Rotaran, and, yes, another bird of prey ship as well. Space stations feature them. The Deep Space Nine's commander's office, just off Ops, performs a similar function. And every one of them, I would argue, is shaped by the captain of the ship, reflecting something of their personality and command style. More so than the bridge of a ship, which is far more of a shared space and utilitarian by nature. So I submit to you that in Star Trek, an understanding of ready rooms is key to getting to know any ship or station captain. Here endeth the lesson. And now we shall sing hymn number 37. Oh, Captain, we have promised to serve thee to the end. So here's your little table and your fishy friend. We shall not fear the battle when the ready room you're inside, or wander from the sofa if there thou wilt abide. I thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Space Doc Jury is a production of 3 Angry Beards for GeekPlanetOnline.com.